One of my biggest problems about online dating advice, there is a big problem. Most of the advice is generic and it doesn't apply to every person. What they're saying, it's like as if that's the truth for every person, for every man or every woman. And we know that's not the case. And everybody's different and there's many different reasons, but they give this generic advice. Why? Because it's to stop the heartache, is stop women maybe wasting time, men wasting time on something that's not real. And this is only coming about because people are dating excessively, I'm going to say. They're so prolific with dating because of dating apps. We go through people so quickly. That's not normal. And so to filter through, they're giving these generic advice, but it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply to everybody. And we need to relearn what relationships are and how the dynamics of relationships work. Because a lot of it is just like it gets you the clicks, it gets you to understand. And it's so generic. It kind of applies in some situations, but you can't apply it to everybody. And not everybody's the same, and people deal with things differently. Just because they didn't reply to you doesn't mean they're not interested. Just because they there may be lots of reasons why people behave the way they do, and we can't just assume that it's because they're not interested. It could be that they don't feel good enough. They might have avoidant attachment style. They might not feel good enough. They might not have the money. They might not be ready and they thought they were. There's many reasons why people will bail out of something that they start. And maybe they're not over an ex came back. And people are not able to communicate properly because people are going through dates so quickly, they don't even feel like they owe an explanation. It's like a machine. It's almost like a slot machine. Just take your chances. So I really feel that if we get off these apps and we also stop listening to every generic advice and think that that applies to our relationships or our interactions and it's just the same for everyone. It does apply to some, like there's quite a few dating coaches I think are very good, but when I listen to them, I do want to bite back and say, hold on, that is not the case for everybody. And when they give advice, most of it is good. Most of it is actually really good. But there's a lot that you think, hold on, that doesn't apply. And also, it doesn't take into account cultural differences. There are differences in culture, differences in the way people behave in different countries, and it doesn't take that into account. And that's why I think we can't apply Western Europe and American dating ideology to the rest of the world. It doesn't work like that. You can't in Turkey, you cannot multi-date. People might do it, but it's seen as such a taboo. It's so disrespectful to the person you're talking to. They do not accept that if you are talking to several guys, or if and women will not accept if guys are talking to several girls. It's like one at a time. But in Europe, that is a given. It's normal. And in Europe, it's even worse. You could be actually dating the guy for 6 months and you're still not in a relationship. It's very different in other parts of the world. So I really think people need to be more careful of the advice they listen to on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media. They need to be careful of who they're listening to. And obviously, you might be going through a situation and you just want answers. So you come across something and it kind of makes sense. But how do you know that that is actually your case? They're not psychics and mind readers. It might fit, it might not. So we have to assess what's going on. The dating world right now is atrocious. The dating world is terrible. And I'm all for bringing back the auntie network I've been talking about a lot. Bring family back. If you bring family, relatives, aunties, like people in the community that can help find someone, there'll be no ghosting left. People can't ghost because they have to answer to someone else if it doesn't work. Well, it didn't match. I'm really sorry. I didn't find her the way I want. Didn't find her that. I wasn't attracted to her. Maybe there wasn't a chemistry, she wasn't what I wanted, but they can't just ghost, they have to explain it. Or else auntie's on his case, the other way around, if it's a girl as well. You can't just be dismissive and ghost people if people are involved and there's accountability from both sides. So, I think ghosting is where there's no accountability and you can just run, and they feel you don't owe anything. So, anyway, that's just some of my thoughts.